So earlier this year, in May of 2023 to be exact, the city of Foley, Alabama began working with the Foley Housing Authority to go in and rebuild their local public housing complex.
So, for some slight background information, the Foley Housing Authority provides affordable homes for those in the community who have low income, are elderly, or are disabled. So, the city does have a really good reason for rebuilding the complex, as these units were built in around 1972, so they are a little on the older side, and some of them have been dealing with mold issues, which, as we all know, can lead to severe health issues or even death if it's not treated. So, no, the homes aren't really that safe to live in anymore, which is ultimately a great reason for the city to step in and rebuild them. And for those reasons, I'm all for it. I think the residents deserve to live in healthy homes without fearing for their safety or for their health. And with all the new houses popping up on the market in the city, they deserve to live in a home that fits in with that modernized feel of Foley. But I will say this sparks a great concern in, will these prices go up? Will the prices of their homes go up and potentially make it harder for those residents to pay bills? Because, as I mentioned before, these homes were built 51 years ago, and they definitely have older appliances and things within them. And so if the city is trying to upgrade and modernize these homes, there's a great chance that they will go in and improve the appliances as far as, stoves, refrigerators, sinks, toilets, etc. And so all of these things cost money.
So in this diagram I made, you can see some of the major differences between old homes and new homes. And with older homes, most of them are cheaper, have older appliances, are built with older materials, and are more prone to wear and tear. So the things within these homes don't contribute to much value, and therefore the home itself doesn't have much value, which is why they are able to provide these homes to those residents at such a low price, which on average is about $600 to $700, as opposed to most homes in this city that start at or around $1,500 a month. Now, referencing back to the diagram, you can see here that I've written that newer homes usually cost a bit more money because they have more recent upgrades, are made with newer materials, and they often have newer appliances, which the appliances themselves also cost a lot more money than the price of older appliances.
So them going in and adding all of these newer things within these homes is going to cost the city more money than before. It's going to cost them a lot more money than it would have cost them 50 something years ago, for sure. So that means it's kind of going to be impossible for them to keep the rental prices of these homes the same. Yes, they are meant to be affordable for those who have lower incomes, but we know the city has to find a way to pay for these extra costs somehow. So the question is, where does that money come from? Who's planning on footing the bill here? And will they raise the rental price to amount for the money they lost? I personally would hope the city has a way of providing these extra costs themselves without placing an added burden onto those residents. But some could possibly argue that because they already receive so much help from the local government, the residents should be able to pay a little extra. But we have to keep in mind that a lot of these people can't necessarily afford to pay more money, or they simply just can't go out and work to even be able to provide for these extra costs. So basically, I'm just here encouraging the city to understand that while they are going in and rebuilding these homes, they should remember to take into consideration the position that these people are in and not go and raise their rental prices sky high. If these homes are meant for those who don't have very much income, as they say, the rental prices should remain at a level at which they can afford. And when I say afford, I mean they should be able to pay for their rent and still be able to afford groceries, extracurricular activities, and other things of that nature.